Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Fossil Island Ultimate Ironman. Due to a problem with our OS Buddy Studios, the first time we recorded this video it left loads of black flickers on the screen, so I went through and manually edited all those out and re-uploaded it for you. I had taken this episode off YouTube because of this problem. You can see it there in the background, what I had to do, go through and edit out every single clip, and there was about 600 of these little faults that I found. There's probably still a few in here, but I think we've got rid of probably like 95% of them. But yeah, this is the first ever video we made, so some of the audio is pretty cringe-worthy. But I thought I'd leave it all in there, just so you know how the first video goes. And just if you was wondering, this is actually the Bekt account. We changed our name in episode 5, so yeah. We'll start off building the the Fossil Island camp here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Requirements can be seen on screen. We're going to collect a load of furs to get some cash. Then we're going to spend about 20 hours hopping around. This will allow us to buy 20,000 hop seeds, which we'll need later on. This one isn't live commentary, I don't have a mic, but if you want to follow my content before we get to the island, you can crack on with this video. We're going to be doing some construction. I'll let it play in the back while I tell you about what we're going to be doing. So the basic idea here is to hop around every world buying 3 dark furs or grey furs. These buy for 65 GP each, then we run to Verf Centre once we have a full invent. Sell them all for 120 GP each, making about 1,200 GP per run, meaning you can get about 5k per hour. Extremely slow, one of the worst methods in the game, but you get no experience, so it's perfect for this account. Okay, so exceptions in the account once we get to the island. Firstly, I'm going to be allowed to bring 1 clockwork. This will allow me to make my first birdhouse, which will unlock the hunter skill. This means later on in the account we can get much higher hunter. If we get steel bars on the island, we're going to allow ourselves to go back to the house to make more clockwork. We need 4 in total to unlock all the birdhouses. We're also going to be bringing the 20,000 hop seeds, which I told you about. These will be used in the birdhouses. You have to use 10 each go, so the 20,000 should be enough to get me around 7,500. I need to get to 80 to unlock the herb blowers, but we'll go into them later on. We're also going to bring a rake for a bit of raking content. We're going to bring an axe, do a bit of wood cutting. We're going to bring a knife, that'll unlock fletching, but everything else I think we should be able to get on the island. There's a few exceptions. I'm going to bring an air staff and a fire staff. I'm not going to use these, they're going to sit in the inventory. In a couple of weeks I'm going to let the people watching these videos vote and see if I should be allowed to keep them. There's no real good way to get runes in the island, but if I have them in the invent, it means I can use some runes later on to maybe kill the deranged archaeologist, or eventually if we get 66 Slayer, kill wyverns. Yeah, I'll just leave that one up to you guys. If you think I should keep them, I will. If you think I should drop them, that's fine as well. I just thought it's an idea. It could add some extra content later on in the build, but there'll be plenty to start off with. Another exception will be 3 plant pots. I'm going to need these to make 2 teak saplings and 1 mahogany sapling if I get the seeds from the bird nests, and that they'll allow wood cutting and higher tier birdhouses. Jesus, just listen to that clip back. To hear that voice crack, that's terrible. Well, buy a mic, maybe do a bit better quality the second video. I think by the 3rd or 4th we'll have the hang of this, might be slightly better content. Anyway, this construction's boring to watch. Even at times 5 I'm getting depressed watching this, so I'm going to play some music here, skip forward a few minutes in the video. I'll be back commentating once we start building the camp. If you just want to skip forward a bit, that's grand. Chat to you in a bit. Just sticking our cash in last man standing here. That's the construction grind over. Now we're going to get all the items needed to build the camp. First of all, we're getting the clay out of the way. Maybe I'm stupid for getting you have to get buckets to make soft clay. There's the 3 soft clay needed. Now we're out for a bit more hopping content. I think that's everything. No, need a few logs, planks, and then that's us. Sweet. I'll see you in the camp. Well, hey, big moment in the account, taking the boat to the island for the first time. Back for some more high quality hopping content. We've hopped about 400 times this video already. "25 construction coming in." This is so tedious talking over these videos. Can't wait till the mic arrives. Hopefully it's much easier to do it live commentary. That's the camp almost finished. I forgot the rope there. I had to walk the whole way to Tirannwn and back. So annoying, but here we go, finishing up the third to the last piece of the camp. After this we just have to build the spinning wheel and the loom. Back to the house for 2 more construction levels. Once we hit 28 we can actually leave it 1,000 off and we'll get that XP building the spinning wheel, and that'll be enough to build the loom. But me being stupid, forgot to bring a rope again, so I had to go the whole way back to Tirannwn a second time, get a rope off Ned, come back to the camp, and that's us finally finished the mountain camp. Now I just have to build a workshop, build a clockworking station, make the molten glass, make the steel bar, upgrade the clockwork to crafting table 2. While we're walking past the leprechaun we buy all the farming supplies. It's getting very tedious and boring. We actually can't make a steel bar. I said that we were going to make one of those. No, we don't have 30 smithing. We're going to kill moss giants, but we're going to try to get very little XP by bringing a main. The main's going to poison with a Emerald Bolt's E. That brewed down to 1 range, or maybe not range, meaning they'll hit zeros but also inflict the poison if I roll a 1. That means I can get them low hit points, which means the Ultimate Ironman won't gain very much experience while getting the molten bar. We'll try to get 2. Yeah, I lied earlier, that wasn't the camp complete. I actually have to build the loom. I forgot the rope and forgot to build it, but here we go, there's the camp complete. Whew, that's one of the biggest grinds out of the way. On to the next one. If you watch the main here, he hits 3 zeros, but on the 3rd 0 he hits the poison effect. You can see it coming up from the ground there. This means that moss giant is now poisoned without receiving any damage from the main. This means if I do any damage on the ultimate, even 1 hit will be enough to get me the kill, which means I've got a chance to get a steel bar without doing much damage. The first steel bar wasn't too bad. We got it after 16 kills of the moss giants. Took us about an hour and a half. We stayed here to try and get a second steel bar, and it just wasn't happening. I've left the clips in here because it took at least 16 hours. It's supposed to be a common drop, and I actually got it multiple times on the main, who hit 1s the odd time when you're hitting with the range. It's quite hard to get the poison hitting 0s. But yeah, 16 hours, no steel bar. We're going to go to the island without it so we can start doing the proper content, proper Fossil Island, instead of running about normally playing like an Ultimate Ironman. But yeah, I've left in the background. I'm going to play some music and I'll be back after this 16-hour grind at the moss giants. Okay, now that we've got a steel bar and we've made the workshop 2 in the house, we can make the clock work. Now we just need to start working on the 20,000 seeds. In order to get these, we're going to have to buy them from Olivia in Danner Manor. She sells 20 each maximum stock, so we're going to have to hop around at least 1,000 times. That's if each world's full stock, which they won't be. And if you hop more than 10 times in RuneScape, you can get kicked out for 5 minutes, so expect this to take about 20 hours. But we'll see how long it actually takes. Alright, I don't think you want to watch me hopping around a few thousand times to get all the cash and then to get all the seeds, so I'm going to finish this one here. I want to thank anybody who's actually watched it this far. Next episode we're going to be locking the account on Fossil Island and starting the real content. Future Bekt here again. I hope you enjoyed the re-upload of this video. The quality of content does get better after a few videos, so don't worry about that. It was my first ever video I made, and backed by popular demand I had removed it because it was pretty cringeworthy and because of that flickering problem. There is still a few flickers in the next few videos, but they're not as bad as this one was. And then from I think 5 on we'd worked out the problem, so there's none after that. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you. Bye.